Lionel, better known by his stage name Almighty Tazzo, was born on January 1, 2000, in Chicago, Illinois. While he was raised on the city's notorious West Side, his upbringing stood apart from the typical narrative associated with that environment. From an early age, Lionel lived between two worlds, one rooted in Chicago's harsh realities, and the other defined by wealth, access, and elite experiences that shaped his confidence, ambition, and vision. As the son of a self-made millionaire, Tazzo was introduced to luxury at a young age. While many around him struggled to survive, he was exposed to high-level living, business conversations, and environments where success was expected rather than imagined. By the age of 14, he was already riding in foreign cars, dining at five-star restaurants, and traveling in spaces typically reserved for adults with influence and money. That exposure gave him a different mindset early on. One rooted in ownership, discipline, and long-term thinking. Yet money did not shield him from the realities of his surroundings. By the age of 5, Tazzo had already experienced gunfire firsthand and witnessed police raids in his neighborhood, events that made danger and uncertainty a normal part of his childhood. These moments left a lasting impression, reinforcing the sharp contrast between the life he was exposed to through wealth and the environment he lived in daily. Despite the privilege he experienced, his childhood was layered with complexity. His parents were separated at the time of his birth, forcing him to navigate life between two very different realities. While his father's success offered structure, resources, and access to elite lifestyles, his mother raised him and his 3 younger siblings on Chicago's West Side, where gun violence, instability, and survival were part of everyday life. The constant shift between these two worlds became a defining force in his identity. Growing up, Tazzo learned how to move comfortably in high-end spaces while never losing touch with where he came from. He understood wealth not as something to be flaunted, but as a tool, one that came with responsibility, vision, and discipline. Being surrounded by success at a young age sharpened his awareness and fueled his desire to build something of his own rather than rely on circumstance. That dual upbringing shaped his creative direction. His music reflects confidence, elevation, and aspiration, while still acknowledging the realities of the streets that surrounded his early life. He speaks from a rare perspective, someone who witnessed both poverty and privilege firsthand. This balance gives his storytelling depth, authenticity, and a broader understanding of the world. Beyond music, Almighty Tazzo embraced entrepreneurship early. He co-founded 3,500 Lavish Boys as a teenager and later launched 3,500 Films, teaching himself the film business and turning creativity into a profitable business. Luxury was not just something he lived around, it became something he studied, understood, and ultimately learned to create for himself. Today, Almighty Tazzo stands as more than an artist. He represents generational elevation and contrast, proof that exposure to success can redefine mindset and destiny. His story challenges stereotypes, showing that luxury and struggle can exist side by side, and that true wealth is not just measured by money, but by vision, discipline, and legacy.